Chris asks, are budget clubs worth the savings? Talk to me.
Interesting one. Budget clubs. I think there's a couple of ways that you can look at this. Budget clubs can either be second-hand, who it might have been premium 3 or 4 years ago, and now they've come into a budget lineup because they're a lot cheaper, or budget actual sets. We obviously bought a budget set recently from Costco, Callaway Edge clubs, which someone has won that, by the way. Let me just confirm that. But the person who won it didn't want to be announced because he wants to surprise his brother with the clubs.
Cool story.
So they have been shipped because they're going on a golf holiday. So budget clubs, as you saw in that video, it depends on what you're getting, because I have seen over the years terrible budget clubs, I'm honest. But I do honestly think as well now they've got better. The budget clubs have actually got better. Certainly if you're going to go for a brand that has got some credibility inside of golf, like Callaway, and we bought a £70 Slazenger set recently. We might be looking at buying another set soon. That type of budget set does really well. I think where budget comes in is when it's a non-branded budget club, particularly, and the shaft is often very, very
whippy and soft,
and
gluey. A lot more glue than graphite. A lot of the time,
it's like they're just not very rigid, so that actually hinders your performance. And when you hit a shot off it and it actually dents the metal and the club, that's when it's no good. So I think you've just got to be realistic when you're looking at a budget set. I do things like obviously things like Golf Bidder have second-hand clubs that they sell. You know, if you can pick up a driver or a set of clubs that are 5-6 years old, it's still going to cost you a little bit of money, maybe £300 to £500, as you've seen some of the challenges me and Pete do, which, by the way, are coming back this year. And it is the finale, the final ever Golf Bidder challenge will be coming around April time. But you can pick up a decent set for that. And actually, if you play about with it, you know, if you can be clever with budget sets, it works. So what was the original question?
That's it. It was really worth the savings, but it's a tough one because everything you've said there makes sense. But at the same time, for Chris, it's kind of, it depends on who you are. So if you're an absolute new golfer who has stumbled upon YouTube or watched the Masters and thought, you know what, that golf looks all right, actually, I'm going to go and get a set of clubs, then go to a retailer and spend £100 and get some to get out on the golf course. But if Chris is it depends on how much you
value.
Exactly, because if he's a 10 handicapper, let's just say, who plays in club comps and wants to win and compete, if he buys a set that's £100 versus a set that's £5,000, let's just say, there's going to be performance differences. But it's whether that's worth it to him. If he wants to save £4,900 and have a conservatory or extend the house, then that's more worth it. But if he wants to be the best player of his mates and it means everything to him, then
that's a good point.
It's hard to answer in a way,
isn't it?
The
RBZ Black I tested.
Yeah. What was the price of that one?
£150
versus £450.
Well, yeah, about 400, whatever, and it was like 11 yards difference.
So yeah,
but depends who you speak to. Like if you honestly spoke to me, 11 yards is a big deal. Like I would potentially pay that extra money because I want my absolute, because I'm a professional golfer. I play golf don't play golf for a living, but I want to make sure that I'm maximising my potential. If you're a weekend golfer and not that bothered and you're just going to go on a golf holiday, then budget club is perfect for that.
It's a good question, good answer. It's a topic that I think people always want to make sure, and I understand this obviously, that they're spending the money in the right way.
Correct.
And there comes a point in golf, which you touched on actually with the John Robbins podcast, he said about headphones, where like you can pay a £10 putter, it's going to be worse than a £100 putter for feel, for maybe durability, etc. The grip might not be on quite straight. But then a £600 Scotty isn't really going to be any better than the £100 putter. But if you want it and that's your money, buy it.
Yeah.